Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Marilyn Darling Show, and welcome to another episode of 30 Ink 30 Days. How is everyone doing today? Are you having a nice day? I hope you're having a nice day wherever you are in the world. Today we are looking at another Calli ink, a dip pen calligraphy ink. Comes in box like this. Says non-clogging pigmented waterproof ink for calligraphic pens. 6 colors: blue, brown, burgundy, green, black, and scarlet. So today we are looking at Scarlet number 73. The bottles look like this. Very nice, very nice. And I think I've done all the hard parts so that this stream will be a little bit shorter than most of the streams, and hopefully if I continue to do them this way, things will be a lot more smooth going forward. So look forward to that. Okay, let's see if I can get the A3 in there. Alright, so today we're looking at Calli Inks Scarlet. Put some lights on. I feel like this ink isn't this color. Okay, so there we have the ink. It's kind of a reddish orange ink. Hence the scarlet. Alright, and here is our ink swatch. Oh, and speaking of ink swatches, I redid the one from yesterday, and I wanted to redo each of these because I didn't really do a good job at showing the water resistance test. Hi Andy B, how are you doing today? Are you having a nice day? So here is our calendar so far. It's looking very nice indeed. So there it is. And I did do this one with a Q-tip. So, okay, so the water resistance test goes as follows. Put some ink down, wait for it to dry, and then you bloop up some water, and then you put equal amounts of drops down around it to make sure that you're being equally fair, and then you drag the water through it. Nothing comes up. That's very good. And again, nothing comes up. That's very good. So I wanted to make sure that you guys saw that, so that way if you're deciding to get some calligraphy ink, this is not for fountain pens. I repeat, this is not for fountain pens. But if you are into dip pen calligraphy, then this would probably be the one if you wanted to have a permanent resistance to water. Yes, thanks Marilyn, how are you? This is a nice vivid color. Yes. Yesterday's was burgundy, and it was super nice. It did take me a while to do the review because I had to deal with brilliant scientist. This is today's ink. It does have a little bit of gold sheen on it, I noticed, which is interesting. I didn't think that any of these would be sheening, but it does have just the tiniest hint. See it right there on the L's? It kind of looks gold. Tiniest bit of gold sheen. Very, very nice. Okay. Let's do some paper review, shall we? Alright, this is the Pen and Gear memo book from Walmart.com. Gonna zoom in. There is no feathering, no bleeding, and barely any ghosting. I probably should redo yesterday's because it was not a good example of how the ink would be put on the page. So take everything with a grain of salt. Alright, this is lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. This is super lightweight traveler's notebook paper. No feathering, minimal amount of ghosting. This is Moleskin 70 GSM. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. Field Notes Journal. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. Fabriano Eco Qua 85 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Ayush 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. 52 GSM Tomaway River. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is MD, Midori MD paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is Leuchtturm 1917. No feathering, no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is the Jot Journal from the Dollar Tree. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Cosmo Air Light 75 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, little bit of ghosting. This is Mormon Nemosity 80 GSM dot grid. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is Oxford Optic paper. No feathering. 2 little bits of bleed through, but barely any ghosting. Clairefontaine 90 GSM. Barely any feathering. Little tiny hint to bleed through, but barely any ghosting. Lamy Booklet 90 GSM. A little bit of feathering, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Exceed 100 GSM heavyweight paper from Walmart.com. No feathering. A tiny hint of bleed through, a little bit of ghosting. Up and Up wide rule notebook paper from Target.com. Barely any feathering. Little tiny hints of bleed through and a little bit of ghosting. True Red composition book from Staples.com. Little bits of feathering. Ooh, a little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Apica 81.4 grams per meter squared. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Then the Nami 7Cs 68 GSM Tomaway River. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Rhodia Dot Pad 80 GSM. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Artist Loft 100 GSM paper. Oops, there we are. Ooh, feather like a chicken. Bled through the page. Buffet handmade paper from Italy. Little bits of feathering. No bleeding, no ghosting. U-Style notebook paper. Tiny hints of feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. Sheffield home paper goods. No feathering. A little bit of bleeding, a little bit of ghosting. CVS Caliber notebook paper. The best of the bunch. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. This is Oxford Oxford notebook paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. Mead wide roll notebook paper. Oi, feather like a chicken, bled through the page. 5-star notebook paper. Feather like a chicken, bled through the page. HP Premium 32-pound copy paper. No feathering, no bleeding, no ghosting. This is that speckled paper. Little bit of feathering, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. Agape cross-section pad. No feathering, little bit of bleeding, little bit of ghosting. JNB copper plate graph pad from johnneilbooks.com. Oi, feather like a chicken, bled through the page. And last but not least, original Crown Mill 100 GSM paper. No feathering, no bleeding, barely any ghosting. Okay, let's do a comparison panel. Get a new cut. I'm curious, Andy, have you ever used calligraphy inks to paint with? I mean, they are essentially paint. So I'm not really sure where this one lies. It's kind of somewhere between red and orange. So I'm going to kind of do some reds and I'm going to kind of do some oranges. And I'm going to go relatively quickly. So that way we're not here for 5 hours. No. Sparkling cranberry. Love red. Red robin. Garnet. Primary red. These are super similar to each other. Ho ho ho. Inferno red. No. No. I'm thinking of a very in particular color and I'm not finding it. No. Aha. Oh, it's not what I thought it would be like. Okay, so this is way more orange than Valentine red. Sailor Aurora is pretty close. I have used ink that come in a small jar. Once dry, waterproof, so you can layer it. Yeah. Don't know if art shop stuff is different to calligraphy inks, though. Yeah, I mean, they're all just paint, I think. Ooh, Tasha Aka red is kind of close. Ferris Wheel Press Algonquin Maple, we're getting closer. Alpha Scorpy, Poppy Red. Now, if I didn't know better, I would think that these were the same ink. Wow, that's Cardinal, another one that's super close. No. Delta Red is kind of close too. Why did you say today's ink couldn't go in a pen? This is a calligraphy ink. The calligraphy inks are like acrylic. And they're not, you can't put them in a fountain pen. You can, but you're only going to get about 2 letters out. It will damage your fountain pen. Fountain pen is made for water-based ink. This is a pigment. I'm sorry, this is a pigment, and it's also got acrylic in it. Stipula Florentine red, pilot red, crimson, no. Ooh, I'm thinking thoughts. Do I have any more of this? I'm gonna see. Cherry Danish. Strawberry shortcake. This one's another one that's super close. Plastic will get stuck in the... as it dries, yeah. Glistening, Parker Quink. Diamond Firestorm. This is the other one I was thinking of, which is super close. No. Medina, no. Coral. Flamingo Pink. Cozy Up is kind of close, too. Audacious Red is kind of close. Vermilion is kind of close. No. Okay, let's take a look at some orange inks, because this may lean a little orange. I'm just going to quickly go through. Diamond Pumpkin. Dragon's Napalm. Diamond Sunset. Van Diemen Sailor's Delight. Mandarin Orange. Diamond Deep Dark Orange. Noodler's Antietam. Yuyake, no. Martian, no. Okay. So yeah, this definitely leans more red than orange. Think of thoughts about putting that in a pen, so I want to put that up front so I know. Well. Well, what have we here? What did you guys think of today's ink? I am not going to be doing chromatographies for these inks because I don't think that they would spread very far or look very interesting. And I'm out of watercolor paper at the moment, so I have to go buy some today or tomorrow. Oh, yes. I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes. So, here's what our calendar's looking like so far. Are you guys celebrating Pride Month by doing 30 inks, 30 days? Or are you doing something that's like this? Let me know in the comment section below. Well, I want to thank my subscribers for joining me today. I would also like to give a special shout out to my patrons. Thank you for subscribing. You are the reason that I do this. So, I want to thank you all for watching. I hope that you guys enjoyed this one. I hope that you learned something. Please share this video with your friends. Follow me on social media. Like, comment, subscribe. Ring the little bell. Make sure it's set to all, so when I upload new content, YouTube notifies you, and I will be back very soon with another video. So take care until then. Oh, I love you, bye. Have a great day.